Hello, beautiful people. Grab a glass. You are watching Drinks with Noms. Welcome to Drinks with Noms. I am your host, Noms, and I have a special episode for you today. It's a special guest all the way from Ghana. He has given us hits like Brother Brother, Mansa, Joy. He's been flying the flag for Highlife for a decade. It is the talented, the sensational, the hit maker, the superstar, BISA KDEI. Hi, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I am well. I was going to start it off with Etisen, but I wasn't sure if that's your...
No, that's it. It's like a general language in Ghana. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what, tree or...
Tree.
Ah, okay. Is it tree? See that tree. It's a bit techy.
I know a lot of people say twee.
Yeah.
Instead
of tree.
Tree.
Okay.
Twee, yeah.
I'm getting there. So, since this is Drinks with Noms and you have a song called Drinks on Me, I thought we should have a drink and actually let's cheers to your album and to the plenty successes that it is going to have.
Thank you.
So, backstory. My introduction to you was when I was in Ghana for 3 months. This was in 2015. And around that time, a young man called BISA was on the airwaves, and he was literally all you could hear on Ghana radio. Every 10 minutes, it was Brother Brother, it was Mansa. I don't think Joy was out at that time.
No.
But literally, you were everywhere. And that was my introduction to Highlife. And yeah, I think I fell in love with Ghana. I fell in love with the music. I fell in love with the people. I want to know, the last album you had was 2018. You left us hanging 4 or 5 years. Why?
True. You know, I wanted to release an album right after the 2018 album. That's the Highlife Connect. But then 2019, COVID hit.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and I actually wanted to do something like great to tour around with this album, and so I decided to wait till it's like the right time to do that, and I think 2023 is the right time as well.
Yes, perfect timing. Yeah. What was the mind frame you were in with this album in comparison to 2018? And this is obviously, the pandemic has happened and so much has happened in the world. What mind frame were you in when you were creating this album?
Well, I actually wanted to tell a story of myself in the whole album. Not in the whole album, but like the body of the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the past few years, a lot of things happened. It's been over 10 years already, and a lot of things happened to me. As a human being, I was going through this phase where a lot of people were throwing shots at me because they didn't know what was really going on with me in my life,
Yeah.
How life works. So I went through that phase, and there were issues that I wanted to touch base on, and I couldn't find any better way to do it than to put it in my music. So I actually wanted to use this album opportunity to tell my story to the world, for everybody to know that, this is what really happened. Yeah, so that's why this out there.
I like that. I appreciate that the album covers a whole range of topics. You were quite open about, like you said, your life. It has heartbreak songs, it has love songs, it has club songs, let's chop life, let's enjoy. And for me, that's my favorite sort of albums that take me on a journey. And it's not just an album with 12 tracks that are just party, or 12 tracks of just heartbreak, or 12 tracks of, motivational, let's get to this money sort of music. It's really sort of inclusive in the topics that you dabble into, which I really appreciate. What were some of your favorite memories of creating this album, or favorite moments, or anything that stuck out to you in the process?
Favorite moments?
Yeah.
While I was recording, right? Favorite moments were when actually, almost all the songs was recorded by my poolside.
By who? By your poolside? Oh, must be nice.
I recorded everything outside.
Yeah.
And it was just fun, Yeah, and it always rang in my head. I want to do that again because it was really fun. Everybody was around. We were drinking, we were partying, and I was recording at the same time.
And you were just living life?
Yeah, not really, but
No?
we were just working and partying. That's it.
Would you say you're living your best life right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
What does your best life look like to you?
I have a lot in mind. I can't tell you that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like that. You collaborated with so many people on the album. One of those people being a footballer.
Yeah.
How did that come about? I believe his name is
Memphis
Depay. How?
Yeah, so we've been connecting since I think 2019 or so. Yeah, he came to Ghana. He's always been a fan of BISA KDEI's music, and he told me personally that he's been listening to me since Azonto Ghost time, since 2012. He, when he was like training and stuff. So yeah, he's been a fan for a long time. So then he came to Ghana and he wanted to connect. So we connected from there. And then I found out that he does music as well. He put me on his album, I think 2020, the COVID time, 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so we've been vibing for a long time. And then, it got to a point where I was doing drinks with me and listening to him and the type of music that he does as a rapper as well. I thought he would be like best for
that song.
So I just gave it to him and it killed it, and that's it. Yeah.
And what's your selection process in terms of the people you collaborate with? Whether that's artists, whether that's producers, is there a specific vibe that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Or, do you have to have a personal relationship with them for you to consider even putting them on your album?
So the beautiful part of all this is I'm a producer myself.
Yes,
So,
you are.
When I want to work with somebody, I just put myself in their shoes. Or I just need that connection. I'm always in the studio with them. I just want to be in the studio with them to be able to understand me. You understand? So that we can work together. So it's just a hand-in-hand work that we do all the time. And we're artists. Whenever I write a song, I picture them. I picture every artist that I want to be on the song. So yeah, it makes the work very easier for me as well.
And what are some of your favorite songs you've produced for other people?
Chingam.
Ah, you did that.
Yeah, I produced that.
Okay. And did you ever think, oh, maybe I should have kept that one for myself and been the artist for it?
There are certain songs that I have done that I pictured it for somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I have great songs. I've written songs for other people. Like Ifya, I had a song with Ifya, I wrote it, but then I just gave her the song because I didn't see myself in the song.
It wasn't really a reflection of you as an artist.
No, it was, but I saw her in the song more than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What is the one thing that you were hoping that with the messaging of the album and you just being truthful and honest about some of your experiences, what were you hoping the audience would get from it?
Humility.
Okay.
One, and love. The whole album is actually about, despite the fact that I was telling my story, I also had like a lot of things to share in the album, like love and happiness with a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
But then I am just trying to tell people to be humble and to share love because there's so much love to share.
There are a few heartbreak songs on the album.
Yeah.
I Want You Back, Over You, or I'm Not Over You. Was this from real life experiences or was this you speaking from,
Funny story is, one of the songs is actually a true story, but it's not from me.
Okay.
It's from somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So you wrote it on behalf of a friend?
That was trying to tell me that. So it was from a lady that was trying to tell me that she's not over. So
she's not over you?
So I just flipped it and then used it to write the song.
And
and it came out so beautiful.
No, the song is beautiful. And was she successful in her request to get you back? Oh, damn. Why not?
I mean, you move on in life. You know, you get to stages and you move on. Everybody learns a lot of things. So I think I wished her the best. That was it. Yeah, it's the best thing to do actually, because you can't get everything 100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's BISA like in a relationship?
Me?
Yeah. What are you like in a relationship?
What do I like, or what I like?
What are you like in a relationship?
What am I like? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't tell you how I'm like unless you
are in the relationship with you.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess
but
maybe.
I think I just go with the flow. I don't really do the things that you think I would do.
Which is what?
Not like the bad things. If I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship.
You're loyal?
I'm very loyal. I'm a very loyal gentleman.
Okay. Are you romantic?
That I can't say. You have to tell me.
No, I think men know if they're romantic or not.
So that's actually another thing. I can tell you that I'm romantic, but then it will turn out that I am not, because what you see as romance, that's not how I see it.
That's
I'm
true.
an African man as well, so I see things differently. You might see things differently as well. So unless you're with me, I can't say.
Okay, so let's say in your past relationships, so what are some things that you've done to, as an expression from your perspective of this is me being romantic or showing my love and appreciation for this lady?
Trust me, I'm just there.
You're just there.
I'm just there. I honestly, to be honest with you, I just try to be. I'm always a nice person. I'm a very, very nice person. You know, if you get close to me, you just see that. And I just try to be there as a man, and I give more attention. But then it might get to a point. You know how women, you guys are sometimes.
What are we like sometimes?
Enough is not enough sometimes. Yeah.
It depends.
That's the truth.
If you're giving her what she's requesting for, then there's always enough.
So let's say you're talking about a man not having time for you.
Yes.
Right? And then he stops everything that he does, gives you all the time. You're going to complain again that he's staying at home too much. You know
well, balance. I believe in balance.
So it's always like that. It's like the satisfaction is not enough for you guys. That's
I don't know about that. I disagree with that.
Though.
But do you think maybe that has something to do with potentially you being an artist? For instance, you're super duper busy. You're on tour. You're in one country now. You're in London. You're in maybe Nigeria. You're in this country, that country. Do you have the time to be in a relationship? Okay.
I make time.
Yeah.
I think it's just life. You know, sometimes you have to balance things. So I try to make time for whoever that is there.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, because you might be working as well. Yeah, and you can't stay home at all times.
Of course.
Because we need money to survive. So you have to balance everything in life. It's just like that.
What if she said, I will leave my job, and to make sure that we work as a couple, I will travel with you. I'll be there for you, whatever you need, just to make sure that our relationship is flourishing and growing.
So if you say travel with you, there's this other problem with women.
Yes.
Yeah. That when you're in the space, we feel pressured.
Who feels pressured? You feel pressured?
Yeah, because let's say I'm working on something. Let's say you're on set working on something, right? And then your woman is there. You feel a bit pressured because you want to take her home quickly. So like some of the things that you want to do, you won't be able to do them
I see.
You know?
So you don't feel the freedom is a little bit restricted, and you're thinking about her and considering her in everything that you're doing.
So sometimes we just don't want you in our space, but most women don't understand that. We just want to be free to work, and that's where where the problem is sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you guys would think that maybe we're with another woman, but that's not the case. You understand? I've had like somebody with me that whenever I go, like, okay, so whenever I'm being invited to a club for like an appearance or something, she thinks I'm going with somebody. Or she thinks like there's gonna be a lot of women there that's gonna touch her. Da, 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 da. So what I did was, okay, let's go.
Let's go together.
Yeah. And it got to a point where she couldn't stay for long, like, you know, clubs till like 4 a.m. You know, the Ghana clubs, we close like 6, 7, 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. even. You know, so she couldn't no more. So then it got to a point where she was like, I can't go anymore.
Like you go by yourself.
Yeah, go by yourself. You know, sometimes it's just like that. The way we see things.
So what's it like navigating the dating game and love and relationships as a celebrity? Because I'm assuming it's not the same for...
Nah, it's not. It's difficult
for us.
Because there are a lot of trust. There's a lot of trust issues, actually. It's very difficult. Yeah. But I think you need to, I say this all the time, that like if you meet somebody beautiful, you need to keep training them to understand you.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I think sometimes we want people to just get it instantly, but actually I feel like you are a whole different person with a whole different perspective, different values, different upbringing. Yeah. Therefore, for us to come together and understand each other and for this to work, you have to understand what I do.
Yeah.
And it's not just going to happen overnight. It may take a little bit, a couple of months until you realize, okay, this is how it has to work. This is how certain things are. And this is what he likes. This is what he doesn't like, and vice versa. So how have you got at this stage now, when you are dating, how do you protect your peace and your privacy within a relationship?
Within a relationship.
Especially in the age of social media, you know, there's clout chasers. How do you navigate that?
That's what I said. Like you need to train the person that you're with to understand all of that. That you have a lot of people to please. You understand? So you can't, that's why I was talking about space. So you can't, even though you are in my space, you can't really be in my space, because then you're going to cause a lot of problems for me. Let's say you're my woman, and every time I like somebody's picture, there's a problem. You understand? There's a problem.
It depends. What kind of picture was it?
Exactly. Or if somebody comes to comment on your page that, oh my God, I love you, that's another problem. You'd have to go and stalk the girl and check.
And now check, what is she doing? Who is she?
Exactly. I think you are trying to worry yourself too much. You just need to understand the man. In general, I think women need to tone it down a bit when it comes to those kind of things, because like being in a creative space is very, tiring.
Yeah, for sure.
Very difficult. So it takes a very strong woman to understand a man like that.
So what are you looking for now?
Me?
In love, yeah.
What I'm looking for? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it all has to do with humbleness, humility. Yeah, because it changes everything, honestly, and understanding. If somebody understands you, it changes a lot of things around like the relationship. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything? Well, I guess this is you giving the cheat code, but what's something that makes you fall in love?
Me?
Easy, yeah.
I don't even fall in love.
Do you not? Does it take a long time for you to be like, okay,
yeah,
see, she's...
It takes a long time, but I like a lot.
Yeah. So you fall into like quite a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Are you specific about where she comes from or what she looks like? No?
I don't really care.
Okay.
When it comes to relationship, men, we we like respect a lot. Sometimes women don't know this, but when you respect us, that's what we see as love.
Okay, let me note that down. Let me note that down, because I think sometimes I can be a little bit. My mouth can be slick.
Then check your mouth.
No, I respectfully say things. I also don't. I also want respect. So I feel like where respect is given, you know.
Yeah, but
it's reciprocated.
You'll get it all the time from us. It's just the way. Me personally, I think. I'm saying personally because I know like people that are watching. Some people are going to take it in a different way.
Yeah.
What I say all the time is you need to really, when you're talking to the man, you need to really like, frame it in such a way that it's not going to hurt his feelings or something. Vice versa. But, sometimes women can get a bit harsh and say things to, things
to
that
get a reaction out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's actually been a problem in this century, like 21st century. Yeah.
I guess maybe sometimes we feel like we're not being heard. Therefore, the only way you're going to hear me is if I am extreme with my words sometimes. I'm not saying this is me, but I'm just saying, let's say if she's been saying...
You've done that before.
If she's... no. If she's been saying, Bisa, you're not spending enough time with me, you're not romantic, you're not this. And she's been saying it gently, like 4 or 5 times, 6 times. At some point, she's going to get to a stage where she's like, you're not doing this. I've been begging you. I've been asking you. Like, what's up?
That's different. That's actually different too. But sometimes the way a lot of women don't really know how to put, words out properly.
Yeah. So it's sometimes not what you're saying, is how you say it.
It's how you say it.
Okay.
It's very important.
I agree.
Yeah.
And let's get back into the music a little bit. The first song on the album, you were being very raw, very candid about some of your experiences, which I was a little bit surprised about, but surprised in a good way, because I think it lets your audience and your fans get to know you a little bit more, and you're being vulnerable. Why was that important for you to be vulnerable? As you're speaking about your experience with losing your mom, your experience with, feeling like you're being snubbed at award shows, and the treatment from the media. Why was that important for you to put that song out there and for it to be the first song?
Yeah, I think I said it before that there's been a lot of things on my mind that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't find like a better way to say it than to put it in my, sometimes things happen and people insinuate a lot of things around it. So you just have to come out and clear some things. I just want people to know that like I'm human too. Yeah. It's nothing really. I wouldn't say it's personal now. Because I've let it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want people to know that this is what really happened. That's it. Yeah.
And there's a line that you say in the song. Wait, let me get it up because I don't want to misquote you. So you said, in 2015, I was broken. I lost my mom, but it was a blessing. She's an angel, which is quite heavy. I think grief is not something we talk about a lot as a society, and the process of it is not something we discuss a lot. How long did it take for you to get to a space where you were able to look at a situation of heartbreak and grief and losing your mom and just think, okay, do you know what? This was unfortunate and it hurts, but it was a blessing.
Well, it actually took me a long time to get over it. I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
But what really happened was that I lost her the same day I dropped Mansa, the Mansa song. So, it was kind of like a blow to me. It was really hurtful. I was at the hospital when all of this happened. Yeah, so it's actually not something that you can get over.
Yeah.
And I said that sometimes you have to stay strong for the people you love. I was with my family and they were mourning, and everybody was in pain, and I had to stay strong because everybody was looking at me. So even at that point, I couldn't even cry. I was burying all the feelings because if I let it out, everybody's gonna,
Everyone crumbles.
yeah. So I just left it be. But it took me a long time. It took me a long time to really be this strong because I love my mom so much. Yeah.
How long? I guess maybe what was the process for you of just dealing with that time in your life? You're probably having to maybe promote music. Obviously, your single is out, but you're also grieving, and it's a weird space of, on one end, these amazing things are happening to me. On the other end, the worst thing has happened to me, and I'm grieving. How did you navigate that space?
It was, as a man, life has to go on. Life has to go on. I was thinking about a lot of things at the same time. I was thinking about my music. It actually broke me at a point. It broke me, and I wasn't even posting. I wasn't even thinking about music because, like, a lot of things were getting to me. But then it got to a point where I was like, nah, life has to move on. I just have to do my thing. So I was just, going through the process while working, and going on tours, and that also really helped me because, like, I was always doing shows, and the fans made me so happy at a point. So, like, I always wanted bookings. I always was on my booking agent to get me more bookings because I didn't want to stay at one place. So it breaks me. Yeah. So it really helped me. It really helped me.
Did that have an impact on you in terms of feeling like you had to bury your feelings for the sake of your for your family, and being strong for them? I think sometimes we, as a society, do an injustice to men by wanting them and demanding for them to always be the strong one emotionally, and not letting them cry, and the whole thing of, like, men don't cry. What does that do to someone, especially when it's like your heart wants to break and you want to cry, but you feel like you have to hold it in?
It was really hard, but then it made me stronger. It made me very strong, honestly. Because right now I see things, like, I see some, after that, a lot of things happened to me, but I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to it because, like, my mom's was the worst. And if I could break that, then
If you can overcome
yeah,
that.
I can break anything. So I was actually very strong after. Yeah.
What are some things that your mom taught you that you hold on to? What are some lessons that you learned from her that you still take with you today?
I think I've been saying it from like the get-go of this interview: humility and kindness.
You somewhat addressed the rumors and the accusations around the passing of your mom. How, in the moment when all of these things were going on, how did that make you feel?
It was really hurtful, very, very hurtful. Like, for instance, when they said that I had to use my mom for rituals, it was hurtful, but then it got to a point where I was even laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
at the ridiculousness.
Yeah, it was just so funny. I'm like, how can you even say something like that? But then there's one thing that you need to know, that you're dealing with human beings. No matter what you do, there's somebody out there that's going to say something hurtful to, so it can get to you. And then it's also, it's up to you to check yourself, really check yourself, because you can't do anything to jeopardize anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like your mom was an incredible woman. She taught you love, she taught you humility. What was your childhood like?
It was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've been through it. I always say something like, no matter what you've been through, maybe somebody else has been through more than you, something more than you. So sometimes I don't like to talk a lot about what I've been through,
Okay.
because life still goes on. I just appreciate the fact that I'm in this moment
Yeah.
and I'm enjoying small. And I know somebody out there too is looking up to me, is willing to get to the stage that I am. So I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my childhood was very, there's it wasn't good. Let me just say that. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But my parents really tried for us.
Yeah. And your dad was around as well?
Yeah. My dad was he's still around though.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with him like?
Well, he's like my G.
Aww.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have a very good relationship. Me and my family have like a very, very good relationship.
Is there something that you wish that your mum would have seen about the everything that's happened with you now, or things that you wish you would have experienced with you?
Yeah, I wish she was here with me to enjoy it. I would have. I actually wanted her to enjoy it before but that's why I said it was also a blessing. You understand? Because after she passed, a lot of doors opened for me, a lot. You
Yeah.
understand? So I know she's actually influenced a lot of things. So yeah, I really wish she was here to see me to see me get to this stage, and so that I can support her too. But but all the same, life still goes on.
Absolutely. How important is Christianity and your belief in terms of your day-to-day, in terms of how you navigate the industry and your career?
I'm a strong believer of Christ. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And I just love Christianity, that's it.
I want to talk about social media and TikTok. Now, your song went viral last year, Joe, in 2022. After its initial release in around, 2016, was it?
2016, yeah.
How did that, I guess, impact anything for you, if it did? And just, and how did it feel for you to be going viral for a song that is years old?
It actually feels great, and that's actually some of the things that I wanted my songs to do. Because I have released a lot of Highlife tunes that I'm eating off of now.
Yeah.
Like Odo Carpenter, like a lot of the old folks love that song a lot. So they call me for parties, for weddings, just because of that song. You understand? And so when I saw Jet, at that pace, I was really happy about it, because that's what I wanted it to. I wanted it to be. But after that, I had a lot of fan base. It introduced me to a lot of, it opened a whole new chapter to a lot of fan base and that. So it's been great.
Like a global fan base.
Sorry?
A global fan base that hadn't discovered you yet.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, the last time I checked, I think it had about 100,000 posts just under that, the sound, which is absolutely incredible, and more.
More than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that, yeah.
That's amazing. So does that ever make you feel pressured to try and maybe replicate or create songs that would have that sort of impact to go viral, especially with the way TikTok is influencing music or music trends and what's popping, what's hot, what's not?
I think with TikTok, it's just about the way we do Highlife music. If I had sung in English, maybe you would have understood, and then go on TikTok and do whatever that everybody else is doing. So it doesn't change anything for me. With me, the only thing that has really changed now is I'm adding a lot of English in my songs now, because I want a lot of people to understand what I'm actually trying to say. Because back then I used to use my videos to interpret like most of my songs. Yeah, but as for change, Nah, it's just the English language.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like telling stories. That's how Highlife is. You need
For
to
sure.
be able to tell stories for people to fall in love with them. So yeah.
One of my favorite songs on the album is the one that's a bit more Amapiano,
Yeah.
and that has Amapiano sounds into it. Was that an intentional or strategic move, particularly with the fact that Amapiano is blown up a lot more within the last 3 to 4 years and is now global?
It's very intentional. So what I'm actually doing with the album is I'm actually trying to invite people to my sound, to listen to my sound, to have a whole new audience to, fall in love with my sound. That's why, if you listen to the first song, is like a bit, it has like a hip hop vibe,
Yeah.
R&B vibe, infused with highlight. If you listen to it very carefully, you hear the guitars and the claves and all that. So I'm actually trying to introduce my sound to a lot of people. It's very, very intentional.
So with the one or couple songs that sound a bit Amapiano, are we gonna get BISA doing a lot more Amapiano songs?
No, really.
Oh wow. Okay.
No,
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm a fan of Amapiano, but I'm also a fan of Highlife. So just to hear that blend is very interesting, and it sounds incredible, and it makes you want to get up and dance, which we love. 10 years in, which is incredible because not many artists can say they've been in the music industry for 10 years. It's a very tough industry to be in and to survive in, not only to just survive, but to thrive.
Yeah.
What are some secrets that you can tell us about your longevity?
Stay original.
I like that. Yo, that's fire. That's fire. I like that. Okay, stay original. Is there anything else?
No, stay original. The thing is, people do some things that sometimes it baffles my mind. If you have a style, just go with your style. Don't copy what others are doing. That's what keeps you in your space for a long time. You understand? But if you're copying what everybody else is doing, it's going to just go down like this.
Yeah. Don't be blown by the wind.
Yeah. Let's say, Amapiano is big in Ghana, like very big in Ghana now. And there are a lot of people tapping into Amapiano. But I, for instance, wouldn't want to follow that trend. You understand? Even though that's the style, I don't want to follow that. I just want to stay true to myself and my culture, because what happens really is like drill was a big thing in Ghana not long ago, but now it's gone down and everybody was doing drill. It doesn't mean I have to go and do drill, because after you listen to your drill, you come back to Highlife and listen to some sense.
You come back home. Shade. Yeah.
So it's like that. You just need to stay original, stay true to yourself, and that's it.
I think as you were speaking, it just resonated with me that by following trends or not being yourself, you don't know where that trend is going.
Yeah.
Therefore, it may lead you into a space where you don't feel authentic, and it's difficult to maintain something that's not you at the base. And I think if you stay authentic to you, you will never change, and you know what your path is, you know where you're going. Therefore, you will always have a space in that versus following a trend or trying to be somebody that you're not, because you don't know where they're going or what they're doing.
Yeah.
10 years in, do you have any regrets?
Not at all.
Good.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any lessons?
A lot. I've had a lot of experiences, mostly with people. Yeah. And I'm glad that I did, because now I'm able to balance everything. Yeah, it's important.
If a newcomer in the industry sat down with you for just a minute and said, please give me some advice, and they have a 10-year career ahead of them, what are some things that you would tell them?
Stay focused, stay true to yourself. I tell you every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't mind nobody. Don't watch nobody. There are a lot of people that will say a lot of things to you. I've been People have actually said a lot of harsh things to me before becoming famous. You know, listened to my music and told me that it was trash before. Yeah, exactly. You get,
Yeah.
in this life you have haters no matter what you do. Not long ago I was making a scenario. You know, even when you go on YouTube, you can watch like a gospel tune. Somebody singing about Jesus is beautiful, but you see dislikes plenty. You understand?
So true.
Yeah.
It could be the most encouraging thing, and there's
Yeah.
going to be that one hater like, I don't like this.
Exactly. So it's just like that. That should tell you that no matter what you do, there are people somewhere out there. I'm sure you have haters too.
Yeah.
There are people out there that are gonna be like they won't agree with you. Yes, it's true. No, like people, there are people don't have to agree with you, which is fine. You need them to be able to solve. Yeah, so it's really important that you stay focused and not watch all these kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. In the beautiful chaos that is your life, you're touring, you're doing the music promotional tours with media. There's the love from the fans, there's the haters, there's the online trolls, there's the rumors. How do you stay centered and grounded, and where do you find your peace?
Sometimes don't go online. When it comes to trolls, don't go online if you don't have a tough skin. The whole thing about this is you need to have a tough skin.
What?
You need to grow a tough skin for these kind of things, and you're going to be free. There are things that if you think is going to hurt you, don't talk about it. It's just normal. It's just life, and it comes along with the work. So long as you're famous, people need to talk about you. So you need to be ready for everything. If they don't talk about you, you're not anywhere.
That's true.
Trust me. So I don't really care, honestly.
Were you ready, do you feel like, for all of this?
I was.
Okay, good.
I was. I've been through worse, so this is actually nothing. I was. The thing that actually I've had trolls, throughout my career, but the thing that was really hurtful, something that actually made me come out to talk like this. I don't normally do this, or I haven't even done that. But something that pushed me to come and say something was because of what they said about my mom.
Yeah.
And that was it. You get people, listen, there's this thing. There are a lot of people online that have nothing doing, and they just want your attention. So they'll come and say something to hurt you because they want you to reply to them. And then after you reply to them, they'll come and DM you and say, "Oh, bro, I'm sorry. I just wanted your attention." It's been happening a lot of times. So
wild.
if you take these kind of things serious, you're just going to break your own heart for no reason.
Yeah. So don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal. Well, thank you for talking to me. But before I let you go, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
So this is called Top 5. I'm going to ask you 5 questions and you have to answer as quick as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So this is my top 5 with BISA KDEI. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So your favorite album of all time?
Original album.
Okay. Your favorite artist outside of yourself?
His name is Claude Kelly. He's an American singer and songwriter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best concert you've ever been to?
Amapiano concert.
Who?
Amapiano. So
Okay.
He's a Highlife legend from Ghana.
Nice.
Yeah.
Of all the songs you've created, which one song would you perform forever? Mansa. Does that get the best crowd reaction?
Too much.
Yeah.
Can I say 2?
Okay, go ahead. You're cheating, but fine.
Mansa and Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would pick those 2 only because they always remind me of Ghana, and they became the soundtrack of my whole 3 months that I spent in Ghana.
Beautiful.
But yeah. So thank you for spending the afternoon with me and having a drink with me. Is there anything else that you want to tell the people?
I'm just gonna say that this is on me. Drinks on me.
And drinks on him. And cheers.
What's your baby? Now I didn't number. Now